Does he do it like Clint Eastwood does it, where he insists that he has a threesome with 2 hot women in it?
Does that happen in The Mule?
I thought that happened in The Mule.
I hope it did.
I thought Clint Eastwood has a threesome in The Mule.
Oh, that'd be amazing. He's 90, isn't he? What age is Clint Eastwood?
80. He might be 90.
Working at 90, though.
Directing and working at 90. 89.
89. Jesus, the Viagra budget alone.
I'm gonna look at Clint Eastwood threesome and see what comes up.
Are you volunteering? He's a composer. Oh, he sings. Have you ever heard him sing?
I'm sure I have. The Mule feels like Clint Eastwood's magnum opus.
Clint Eastwood singing sounds like Clint Eastwood singing.
Has multiple threesomes in this movie.
Multiple threesomes?
You read that correctly. That's literally the line from VanityFair.com.
No way. Fair play to him.
Jesus, there you go.
Did he write it? I'm going to see if he helped write it.
In his latest film, The Mule, 88-year-old Clint Eastwood directs himself having threesomes with women in their 20s.
Oh, it made money.
Did it?
Yeah.
Anyway, will we start the podcast?
Let's start.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 20. Woo! Nearly 21.
Almost. Then we get 21 kisses.
Oh,
Right, that's how it works, right?
Yes.
Even for podcasts.
We'll line up all of our fans, and they can all come in and give us all 21 of them.
All 21 of
Yeah.
them. My mom's going to have to kiss me.
Oh, damn it. None of my parents will kiss. None of my family and friends will be here. My name is Connor.
I mean,
And yeah, welcome to Straight to Series.
straight series.
Like, subscribe, follow,
Get on it.
get on it. Yeah, so how did we say we were going to start this box office? Box office. Yeah, we're going to try and introduce a little more structure to the show, you know? But this may change also.
We don't know. It might change while we're doing it right now.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to check in
On the box office.
Yeah.
Just seeing what's on top. Normally we have, like, because we'll have been going for a while, we'll have some runner that we're checking in on. Like, it was Endgame when we were there, and now we've got no ponies in the race. Well, we've won.
Well, it was interesting to see how well Rambo did.
Yes, exactly. Rambo, which we will be reviewing in a short bit. But yeah, how did it do?
Well, it made 18 million in its first weekend in America.
That's not good.
But it costs 50 million to make.
Oh.
Now, I seen the movie. Doesn't look like it cost, like, I don't know, maybe the steroid budget was 30 million, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Hustlers made a lot, though.
Yeah, Hustlers is crushing it.
I was just going to say, how many strippers are drugging and bringing businessmen to see Hustlers?
Oh, now I'm going to start my own business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I need to watch that film because
I don't know, man. I'm afraid I'm going to sit in the cinema with a fucking boner
I want to
for
know,
an hour and a half.
I want to know exactly what the story is. Because if it's a film about women drugging men and stealing their money,
that looks like...
that seems questionable, right?
To me, all I see, even though it's supposed to be a good movie, is that I get to see
Jennifer Lopez
stripping.
Yeah.
That's all. I can't get past that. I can't.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Do you know this is a behind the scenes video of her learning how to do it?
I didn't watch it. I don't know why I haven't watched it
I don't know why I haven't watched it either.
Just saving that gem for a lonely night.
Do you know when you see something and you know it's like,
There's only one reason I'm gonna watch
There's
this.
only one reason I'm gonna watch it, and I'm not in the mood for it now, so I'm sure I'll find it again. But yeah, that video is one of those.
I know, but the movie's actually supposed to be really good.
Is it?
It's actually supposed to be good. It got good reviews.
Yeah.
It's doing well at the box office.
That's good.
I just, as a man, for some reason, J-Lo is just like a fine wine.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what she looks like at 55.
Dude, J-Lo is gonna look beautiful forever.
I know.
Oh, yeah. Some woman. Her and Jennifer Aniston. Forever.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
J-Lo's
above that. J-Lo is winning that race easy.
Yeah.
It's the Latin blood in her.
It's something.
Yeah.
It's something.
Keeping her young.
So, yeah, as we were saying, Rambo didn't do great.
No.
And the international box office for it isn't out yet. Look at the forearms on him. Even from here, you can see. Woo!
Oh, my God. He's all, like...
Vein.
He's so veiny and vascular.
He's so veiny.
Ugh. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like looking at that.
He looks oiled up there as well.
He looks like Colossus in that poster.
Looks very oily.
Yeah. Ugh, I don't like it.
Well, you sweat a lot when you're beating up Mexicans.
Oh, you do. Yeah. When you're in Trump's America, which is what everyone thinks this movie's about.
We'll get into that.
Yeah. But what else? Let's scroll through the list and talk about like what we've seen. You've seen Ad Astra.
I've seen Ad Astra. Ad Astra supposedly cost around 100 million to make.
Yeah.
I don't see it making that back because it's just too interesting of a movie. It's a weird movie. I don't think it's going to get cinema goers to jump on board.
Yeah, it certainly hasn't got me to jump on board.
Yeah, and it's not a bad movie, but yeah, I really couldn't talk you into its pants, you know?
Yeah. And I doubt it could do that either, despite having Tommy Lee Jones,
Rude Nega's in it.
Rude Nega, Brad Pitt,
Donald Sutherland's in it as well. I love Donald Sutherland.
Yeah, he's great.
So yeah, that's not doing great. It's like there's not many big releases this week. Downton Abbey is cleaning up.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
Yeah. We can look at the worldwide here. Because here's something interesting. Hobbs and Shaw, $750 dollar bills.
Jesus.
Thank you, China.
Thank you, China.
Thank you, China.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You didn't like it?
Too many winks to the camera.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I was there to like it.
Yeah.
I really was. But it also goes on forever. Yeah. There's a huge action set piece around an hour and 45 minutes in. And I was like, oh, this is the end. No, there's around 30 minutes left. There's another action scene to come later. But a big spoiler alert. That's not really a spoiler alert, but the big baddie was going to be Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
But he couldn't do it. I would have been so into that.
Keanu Reeves. Here's the thing: if Keanu Reeves was ever a villain in Fast and Furious, they'd Shaw him. Where, you know, in the next movie,
he's fighting with them.
Yeah.
First of all, though, Vin Diesel has to beat the shit out of him because that's how they do it.
That's how they do it. Vin Diesel has to win.
He beat the shit out of The Rock.
Yeah.
And he beat the shit out of Jason Statham.
Yeah.
So he has to beat the shit out of Keanu Reeves, and then he can be a team member.
I feel like I could watch a movie with Fast and the Furious where Keanu Reeves beats up every single member of like the Fast and Furious family, and like I
including The Rock, Jason Statham, and then he hits that rock that is Vin Diesel.
He hits Vin Diesel and his entire arm falls off or something. Something stupid like that.
He's like, family.
Yeah.
Okay, Vin.
Do you know who wins in a street fight? The street. And then he stomps in the street and closes around him. Never forget that's the finale of 7. 7, that was meant to be so poignant because Paul Walker gave his life to make that movie.
Where did he get the biggest wrench I've ever seen in my entire life?
Christ, I don't know.
It was like an axe. Can you remember the size of that wrench?
Oh yeah.
It was a sword.
It was, and he had it in his boot.
I know.
I don't get it.
We got to change the tire, man.
Anyway,
you got to be prepared.
So yeah, that's the box office. We'll dip. This is how we're hoping to start the episodes from now on. Mainly, we'll have more horses in the race.
Exactly. Yeah, there's not much going on right now. It's very quiet, and I don't know Downton Abbey. I never watched it.
Neither have I.
I don't really plan to.
No. Endgame is still obviously top worldwide for this year.
Forever. It's worldwide overall.
Overall, yeah.
The biggest movie in the world. One thing that is interesting is that Spider-Man just tipped over Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that now. With Sony.
Sony stealing them away.
Yeah. I just don't know how I feel. Yeah. Anyway.
Those are 2 sour notes on that board right there. Alright, so we're going to move on to reviews. And we've already talked about it a little bit. But Rambo Last Blood. Last Blood. Now you have seen it. Blood. A move for blood. You've seen it.
I sadly have seen it.
Yeah.
And it's as bad as you would imagine a Rambo movie in 2019 would be. The plot couldn't be thinner. It just couldn't. It couldn't be. You know?
Yeah.
Speaking of thinner, surely Sylvester Stallone's on blood thinners at this stage.
He would have to be if his heart doesn't want to explode. His ape heart. He got a transplant of an ape's heart.
I would believe that.
It's what's keeping him alive.
I was going to look at what it's on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, yeah. Please. Let's guess.
Okay,
I've already seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it too.
Damn it. 28%.
It's on 28%.
Ooh,
look at the audience score, though.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
not right. It's on 84%.
It's an audience
score. Like, that's not... I honestly, like, I would gladly... I went wanting to enjoy the movie. I always go to... Like, I never go to a movie just to hate on it. No way.
Yeah.
Even the Ghostbusters reboot, I was like, come on, be wrong.
Yeah.
You know, and then I watched it and was like, no, it's dog shit. It's dog shit. This movie, man, he just... So the whole thing is, the reviews are saying it's racist, and it is and it isn't. Like, okay. I think one thing, it's a bit unfortunate, the timing.
Yeah.
And the race that the nationality they go for, because... Yeah. Action movies have been doing this for years. 24's been doing this for years. If you're Muslim or Middle Eastern, you're the bad guy in 24. That's just how it is. Like any other action movie, it's usually Russians or Albanians.
In the 80s.
Yeah,
80s,
definitely.
90s.
But still, even now, you do get it.
You get Russians now, yeah.
Yeah,
They're back in.
Rambo, sadly, chooses Mexicans.
Yeah.
And as everyone knows, it's a soft subject right now. It's
touchy.
In the Trump administration and the wall and all that, best not to pick Mexico.
Do you think
it's not a nice target to go after right now?
I have a question for later when we talk about this. But I'm just looking at that audience score. That makes sense to me, because think of a person that you know of the most average intelligence. You're the person you know who is just of average intelligence. Half the world are dumber than him. That's how that audience score happens.
A wall builder type of guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know?
That's a good point.
That's how that score happens.
Yeah, because like immigration is so sensitive right now. It's such a sensitive subject in America.
Yeah.
It's just bad timing. But also, they depict when they're going over the border, when he goes over the border, it's like the gates of hell.
Oh.
So they do depict it in a bad way. But I do think it's a bit unfortunate as well, because... It is the Mexican cartel. They're not going, all Mexicans rape and go into sex trafficking, because that's essentially what happens in it. There's sex trafficking in it. And the Rambo was captured and they...
Oh, do they?
No.
He's putting a little simpy skirt, and then Liam Neeson comes to the hostel where he's being taken. And where's my daughter? So is it just Taken with Rambo, basically?
Except Taken 1 is good, though.
Taken 1 is good.
It is good, you know. Yeah. There's no finesse, but there's no plot. Like, literally, you watch the first 5 minutes and you can guess it beat for beat, and it happens. Except it's even worse than that. It actually is even worse than that. There's not even that much action.
Really?
There really is not. The last 10 minutes goes hard. That's why I'm surprised it cost $50 million to make.
Because you don't see it on screen.
Yeah. Oh, though, I have something interesting that I looked up. I looked up how progressively more violent Rambo becomes in his franchise.
I wrote this down to remind you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, in case you forgot.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So, Rambo First Blood, which, spoiler alert, is the first movie. One on-screen kill. Just one.
Who dies?
Just one. Some unfortunate guy. I don't know.
Does he kill the sheriff? Is that who he kills in the end?
I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Same.
I love that movie, though.
So
it's a very good movie.
I love his freak out at the end.
That's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
Like, it really... Do you know he... supposedly that was like a 3-hour-long movie.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
And he hated the cut. Him and, like, his manager or whatever, his agent, hated it. And they wanted to buy the rights to the cut and then just burn it. Get rid of it. Then it was re-edited to, like, whatever it is, like 2 hours or just under 2 hours.
Yeah.
And Rambo had loads of quips in it and, like, one-liners. And he took all that out. And he's just, like, this silent assassin.
It's much better.
It's amazing. It's a brilliant movie. But anyway, so one kill. Rambo 2, which is called First Blood Part 2. I hate that first is in the sequel's name.
First Blood Part 2. Absolutely, yeah.
75 kills.
Okay, that's a bit of a jump.
That's a bit of an increase.
Yeah.
Rambo 3, 115.
A bit. I mean, only a slight jump compared to the second one.
Rambo 4, 254.
No, that's more significant.
He kills a small town.
The entire population of, I assume he's in Vietnam or something again, is he?
It says, I don't know where it is, but it says here that Vietnam War confirmed kills is 59. So I wonder if they say that in one of the movies.
Oh, right.
Because separately it says Vietnam War confirmed kills is 59. So I wonder if one of the movies goes, well, he killed 59 guys in Vietnam. So
it was probably the Colonel who comes in all the time and be like, "You can't fight this guy. Yeah. He's too good for you."
You telling me if I send 10 tanks in there and all my men, they'll die? And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
That's what I'm telling you. John Rambo isn't like anyone else.
So the total, because we don't have the confirmed kills for this yet because it's still in the cinema, but 504 lives Rambo has taken.
How many lives do you think he took in this movie?
Less, probably around 20.
Wow, that's low.
Yeah. But like the Mexican cartel, it's not as if like there's going to be like 200 lads like breaking down his door, you know?
That's true.
So, and also, I guess 50 million budget.
Yeah. I mean, Sicario, you know, Benicio del Toro only murdered one family.
Oh, only one family?
Yeah, so, you know, there's not a lot of cartel people to kill, you know?
Yeah, there we
unless
go.
Unless you're counting women and children like he was, you know?
I base most of my things off Sicario as well. Like,
yeah, me too. I mean, that was okay as well because Benicio del Toro is obviously... He's like Latino and everything, so it's okay if he goes in and kills them.
He doesn't seem like a good guy in it.
No, he does not seem like a good guy. Yeah, we're not
Rambo's supposed to be a good dude that killed 500 people.
That's
over
true.
500
a good
people.
Red-blooded American.
Yeah. So I'm gonna estimate at least 20. So I'm saying around 524 people Rambo has killed.
Oh, I'd agree with that estimate, and I haven't seen the movie.
And he killed at least that many brain cells when I watched that movie last time.
That's a lot of brain cells.
But speaking of thin plots, we have another movie.
We have another movie. This came to Netflix, and we both loved it. Between Two Ferns, the movie.
The movie.
Yeah. What a strange premise for a movie that works really well.
I know. There is no premise though. That's what's brilliant. Well, there's no plot. That's what I'm saying. Really. And yet it works.
Yeah. Ian came up with a great point before that. You know, these movies really work together because they both have thin plots, and one of them it doesn't work for and is entirely predictable, and the other one it adds to everything that happens in it, you know. And
the funny thing is, I bet it cost a lot less than 50 million to make.
Oh, I bet it did.
I say it was like guerrilla shot, you know. It was around probably 4 million budget or something like that.
Can we get the review for that up there actually on Rotten Tomatoes? See what that's
Last
doing.
time I checked, it was on 75%.
That sounds about right, honestly.
Yeah. Like, it's not an amazing movie.
No, not at all. But it's good, and you'll get there's a few memorable bits in it that you'll get. Like,
very much so.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of laughs at. Like,
it's very quotable.
Highly quotable. Yeah.
We're up 1% now.
76%. Awesome. No audience score.
No audience score. We've got to get on that.
Yeah, we do. Well, I would say it's worth a watch anyway. It's a funny movie.
It's forgettably brilliant in a way, you know?
Yeah, it really is.
It's so just loose. But it works.
And you can tell all the celebrities and everyone involved is just having fun with it.
Having fun.
Will Ferrell is dressed like a Texas oil tycoon for the entire time.
Coked out of it.
Coked out of his mind, and he'll never forget.
More money means more cocaine.
More money means more cocaine, yeah.
And the Paul Rudd interview is amazing. We just rewatched that before this.
It's amazing. And then the bloopers, like a classic comedy film in the early 90s and 2000s, there's a blooper reel at the end, and it's brilliant.
Oh, that's excellent. That's my favourite part.
Yeah.
As I said to you, my girlfriend doesn't like the Between Two Ferns web series.
Yeah.
And I showed her the bloopers because I knew she'd enjoy that, and she really enjoyed it.
The bloopers are amazing.
They are really good.
But yeah, so go stay in on your Netflix and watch Between Two Ferns instead of going to the cinema and seeing Rambo Last Blood.
Like 10 quid.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Except on a Netflix subscription. But there's more on there. It works out, you know? Just trust us on this one, guys. Yep. So we move on to trailers.
El Camino. The Breaking Bad movie
that I'm very excited to see.
We just watched the trailer. I hadn't seen it, and it looks excellent.
Do you want to put it on again on low volume? Because I kind of just want to have it in the background. Just to look at.
The music, the whole feel to it.
Everything.
It's kind of got like a somber, dark feel to it. I love it.
It feels both familiar and new. I feel familiar and new because clearly the style of direction and everything, they're going for a darker, kind of more realistic, gritty tone, but then you're seeing characters that you know and scenarios that you're familiar to. It's an excellent trailer, and it looks like
I turned that down.
Very loud. And it looks like it's really Aaron Paul's movie.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
And I was so interested to see if it's going to be a time jump, because it's been like 10 years since Breaking Bad was out.
Yeah.
And no, it's directly afterwards, which is awesome.
It is.
Even though I believe that Vince, what's his name? Gilligan?
Vince Gilligan, yeah.
Gilligan. I believe that he could have made either one amazing.
Yeah. And, you know, you were saying, you made a good point that, if characters have aged or whatever, if Aaron Paul, funny enough, still looks the same, in my opinion, as he does, but if he does look older, well, you can say that what he's been through has aged him.
Yeah, the ordeal that he went through would definitely age any man.
Yeah. Like, it's funny, we haven't had a chance...
Except for Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd would still look immaculate no matter what happened to him. But we were saying we've never had a chance to talk about it on the show, but Breaking Bad, I love Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
it's
me too.
Amazing.
It was the first time I ever got engrossed in a TV series.
Yeah?
Like, properly engrossed. Okay, I watched Lost. Yeah. I was into Lost. Lost fucked me up the ass hard. Moving on.
I know that, yeah.
Yeah. That was the first TV series where I was 110% in.
Yeah.
I was so into it. And it delivered. That was the great thing about it. At the end, it delivered,
Yeah.
Like, I loved the ending.
Yeah, the ending is good.
The last season was just getting more and more epic. It felt like we were watching short movies.
Yeah.
Because remember, they were getting like to an hour and 10, even the episodes. And this was before Netflix. Well, actually, no, the last season came out. It was on Netflix.
Yeah.
But beforehand, like episodes were kind of a 45-minute template.
They were tight.
Where then all of a sudden we're watching television that's going on for an hour and 15. You're like, what's this episode that's an hour and 15,
It's so good. Yeah, I'm very excited for this. I'm rewatching Breaking Bad as we speak.
I can't believe that's commitment.
Yeah, it is.
I was afraid to try it because I knew it'd get to season 3, the end of season 3.
Yeah.
I think that's where I'd get. But you're good at this.
I am. I'll binge it and I'll do it. I'll sit and bear it because I love it so much. I love the pain. I'm like I had his name there a minute ago and it's gone. Fuck. I'm like Paul Bettany in the Da Vinci Code when he's flagellating himself.
That feels so bad, but so good.
So good. That's how I binge watch things.
Beautiful pain.
Beautiful pain. But yeah, I love Breaking Bad. I love everything about it.
I love it so much.
And it's funny, even watching it, how much I remember. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what's coming next. I know what's going to happen here.
Better Call Saul. Yeah, is way better than any spin-off should be.
Any spin-off should be, and it's
brilliant.
It's amazing, and it only gets more amazing. When people ask me about Better Call Saul, I'm just like, watch it, and they're like, what's the story to it? And I'm like, you just gotta watch it, you know.
Also, it's a very slow series.
Yeah.
So I think by episode 5, you realize, okay, I'm 100% invested, but it does take a little bit of time. Because I've heard a few people saying, I just didn't finish season 1. I'm like, finish it. It's so worth it.
Yeah.
And I know, I'm not saying that it's even bad. It's just that it's a slow series. And, the more you get invested, you realize, oh, this is just excellent. It's just told at a slower kind of pace.
Yeah. It is excellent for excellence sake. It is not trying to catch up with Breaking Bad. It's really just trying to do its own thing. It'll meander its way. You're going to get a full story of how Saul Goodman came to be, or Jimmy. What's his second name?
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Jimmy Slip is what they call him.
Jimmy Slip is what they call him, but it's Jimmy.
I can't remember.
JP and Morgan. Isn't that the firm?
Yeah, but I cannot remember at all.
That's going to bug me now.
Do you want me to look it up?
No. Leave it. Yes, look it up. But yeah, it's a great series, Better Call Saul, and it's also headed up by Vince Gilligan as well. So, it's passion projects for him. Do you know he would specifically try and hire comedians in roles?
Really?
He would look
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, he would look for comedians in to play roles in his things, because he feels like if you're a comedian, you can perform. Morgan. Or no, McGill. James Morgan McGill. Yeah. Anyway, he feels like comedians can play roles, and he says not every comedian is an actor, but if you're a comedian and you want to act, normally you can do it because that is what you're doing on stage. And he's like, and if you can get up there and sell a joke, you can do drama. So that's why he has like Bill Burr,
Bryan Cranston, sure.
Bryan Cranston, yeah.
Like he came from Malcolm in the Middle.
He came from Power Rangers, is what he came from.
Well, yeah.
Where he met his wife. He met his wife doing voices on Power Rangers.
It's amazing that they're still together.
I know. And yeah, so that's what he's looked for, and it's just a great series, honestly. And you get to see more of Jonathan Banks as Mike, who is just a treat.
He's amazing.
He's so good.
He's a guy that ages. You can see how much older he is in this. True.
Do you know when he auditioned for the role of Mike, he originally wasn't going to play Mike. He was going to have a smaller role, and they bumped him up to Mike because another actor dropped out.
Right.
And on his audition, they wrote, amazing, it doesn't get better than this. That's what his audition thing says. Yeah. Yeah. So Jonathan Banks is amazing in it. Bob Odenkirk is amazing. Where's his name? I need his name.
Who are you looking for?
Giancarlo Esposito as Gustavo Gus Fring. Also amazing.
Yeah.
Great to see him again. Who else? Michael Mando as Nacho. He's great.
Nacho's really great. Good. Yeah.
Rhea Seehorn as Kim. Rhea.
She is fantastic. I've never seen her in anything before.
Neither have I. I don't recognize her or anything. I haven't seen her in anything else, but she's so good in this.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
47. Hello.
She looked great for her age. What else?
She hasn't been in many.
The Shaggy
movies.
Dog. I know that movie.
I haven't seen that.
It's what's his name? Fucking Buzz Lightyear. Tim Allen. Tim Allen is a businessman who neglects his family until he's turned into a dog.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then he learns how to love them again.
Yeah. Oh, The Thick of It. I know that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's by Armando Iannucci. You know, and it's what Peter Capaldi was famous for, the role in The Thick of It, where he was like swearing all the time and everything. Right. Yeah, so I know that.
We watched another trailer though, didn't we? Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah, Uncut Gems we watched.
Where Adam Sandler shouts a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
A Jewish jeweler.
I do not know what's happening in that that trailer.
I'm intrigued by that trailer though.
So am I. I'll watch the movie.
And then
Wounds. Yeah. Wounds as well, which is a Hulu original.
Yes.
And it's Armie Hammer, Dakota Fanning, and Zazie Beetz,
yes.
And it's this weird horror film that looks...
That trailer is uneasy.
Yeah, it's tough to watch.
Yeah.
But then you're kind of like, if the three of them are involved in it, they must have seen something in it, especially if it's like a Hulu original movie.
I know, yeah. With those three big actors.
And it looks like really good. You know,
Zazie Beetz is killing it right now.
She is. Yeah, Domino herself. She's in Joker, yeah. God, I can't wait to see that movie.
And Atlanta just got renewed for 3 and 4, so
of course
season 3 and 4, so she's doing well. So she is. There's something intriguing about that cast.
Yeah. So I'll probably watch it. I watched it last night and I was like, that was a weird trailer. And then this morning I was thinking about it again. So that it's a good sign.
It's funny that then we watched Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
And it had a similar feel to it. Like
really
a different movie.
Yeah.
Completely different movie, but you're like, what's going on here?
I'm very interested to see Sandler's performance in that movie.
Yeah.
Very interested.
He can be amazing though at times.
What's the movie that he's really good in that I haven't watched it, but it's like...
Oh, the Meyerowitz stories.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it was that.
Maybe it's a different one. Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love, is it?
I know that's one that people cite as a really good performance.
Punch Drunk Love or something.
For him, yeah. But he's amazing in the Meyerowitz stories. That's on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll watch it.
It's really good.
I just watched
Ben Stiller's in it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I will. Yeah. I just watched Funny People on Netflix as well, which is it's a weird movie. It's an okay movie.
Oh, what's the name of the woman in it? She's married to Judd Apatow.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great. She's in all his movies.
She's in Blockers as well.
Blockers, yeah. Judy Greer. No, sorry.
Something Mann.
Leslie Mann.
Leslie Mann, that's
Leslie Mann, yeah. Judy Greer is from Archer, and she's Paul Rudd's wife in Ant-Man.
Oh, yes, yeah. Judy Greer, yeah. Arrested Development as well.
Arrested Development as well. Keep showing her tits all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Oh, I was thinking about Arrested Development again
She's
today.
She's one of the apes in Planet of the Apes.
No.
In the third one.
Is she actually?
She is the mother.
No.
You would never think. You're like, what is she doing? She's in the last two. The last two, she's the mother. Like, what's the name? Caesar's wife.
Caesar's wife is Judy Greer. That is so cool.
There you go.
I love that fact. Oh my god.
You're like, why? Almost, you know?
Why not?
But why not? Exactly, yeah.
I would love to be in an Andy Serkis Planet of the Apes movie.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
Not that they'll make any more. Didn't it? They might.
Disney has said that they're interested in continuing that storyline.
Okay.
So
doesn't that lead into the Charlton Heston one?
Sort of.
Yeah.
So
isn't it meant to anyway?
Yeah, kind of. So like maybe they're gonna just reboot the first movie.
Have you seen the original Planet of the Apes?
I love it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's amazing.
What's his name? The lead guy?
Charlton Heston.
He's such a dick in it.
Yeah.
For a lead guy, he's just like
he's an
poking
asshole.
people and being like, oh, he's such a dick. And that's what I love about it.
Get your filthy hands off me, you damn dirty ape.
Dirty ape.
I love it.
Because, you know, it just shows that time where the lead guy could be an absolute prick and people are like, oh, he seems like a good guy, you know?
You know, another movie that has that, it's not as good a movie, but From Dusk Till Dawn. I watched that recently.
It's been ages since I watched that. That's with Quentin Tarantino
and George Clooney. And they're the leads in it. And
Robert Rodriguez directed it, didn't he?
Rodriguez directed, but...
is that one with Salma Hayek?
She does the toe thing.
Oh my God, it takes me to Boner Town every time.
Yeah, and... but it's just weird, because, like, they're bank robbers are the lead characters, and they're both dicks, and you're meant to kind of root for them at the end. And it's a weird movie.
And Tarantino, is he not like a pedophile or something really weird and sexual about him?
Yeah.
Is he a predator?
He is a bit predatory the whole time. Yeah. And Harvey Keitel is in it as well.
Brilliant.
It's such a strange movie.
Yeah. Guy has a gun dick or a dick gun.
Yeah. He's a dick gun.
Naturally.
Yeah,
it's a Robert Rodriguez movie. Why not?
Why not? But
and he just sways right into Spy Kids.
Oh yeah, pretty much. He just transitions over to Spy Kids.
This guy's got a dick gun, and then there's like kids running around being spies.
And then we're doing Spy Kids with Tum Tums just so I can test out the engine to do Sin City.
Yes, that's mad.
It's so strange, but so we're excited for Uncut Gems. We're excited for El Camino. We're tentative about Wounds. I'll probably watch it. I'm pretty intrigued about it.
Yeah, you're a bit more intrigued than I am, but I understand what you're saying. The minute you made the point about the actors, I was like, that's a fair point, especially for Hulu original. You're like, what?
And there's just some really cool imagery that I want to know the story behind in the trailer, you know?
As long as it makes some sort of sense.
Yeah.
You know, way, because I never seen Mother, but I seen the trailer for it, and I was like, that looks a bit deep up his own arsehole.
Have you seen Hereditary?
I couldn't. I watched half of it, and my girlfriend was like, this is way too fucking bleak. Yeah. I'm getting out of here. And then I was like, well, I'm going to watch it. Yeah. And then 10 minutes on my own, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Come here. Let's do something.
Yeah.
I'm a pussy. I'm sorry. But, so is that what she...
Yeah.
The little girl?
I sat through Hereditary by myself, and it was one of the worst experiences. Only because it's
supposed to be good, though.
No. It's a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
It's terrifying. It's so bleak. Everything that happens in it is really sad. And I sat there by myself and watched it. And I was like, this is rough.
The minute the accident happens, I was like, what? My girlfriend was like, I'm out. Fuck this, I'm out.
Dude,
Midsummer. Have you seen that?
No.
Because it's the same director.
I know. And I really want to.
Is Jack Rayner in that?
Jack Rayner is in that. Yeah.
Yeah, the Irish guy.
All over the posters was the girl with like the fucked up face and everything.
That's you, but the lead girl in it is you one who is in Black Widow.
Oh,
The Apprentice.
Oh,
something Pugh or something her name is.
Yeah,
Fighting with My Family.
Yeah,
she played Paige.
Yeah, we were looking it up last week.
She's doing really well.
She's in everything now.
She pretty much came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
We go to news.
We will go to news.
Because we actually got a good bit of news.
We do. We'll try and get through some news because we want to debut a new segment at the end as well.
Indeed.
New segments.
Teaser
all
right
around.
there.
Teaser. Lemon squeeze her.
Batman casting.
I was going to let that sit for another little bit.
Okay. I was afraid to let it sit.
Batman casting, as you were saying.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
The Riddler.
As the Riddler.
Supposedly that's
Riddle
what it's
me
going to
this.
be. Batman. Riddle me this.
Yeah. That's interesting.
I love it. You don't believe this movie's happening.
I've said that. I was saying this earlier. These movies, the DC slate of movies, I don't think they're happening until the trailer comes out. I still don't. I'm not sure if Birds of Prey is a real thing until I see a trailer, until it's released. This isn't DC, but I wasn't convinced Dark Phoenix was a real movie, and then it was released and it bombed.
For a year, you were telling me they're not going to release that.
They're not going to release it.
And then when Disney was buying Fox, you're like, there you go. Yeah. They're not going to release it. I'm like, it's a month out, man. You're like, they're not going to release it. They're not going to release it.
Did they?
Did they
release it though?
Did it come out?
Was it ever really a thing?
If it didn't make money, it didn't exist.
Exactly. That's Disney's motto. That's my motto as well. But yeah, I mean, all this Batman news. I mean, the movie is happening. But
it starts filming soon.
In my head, it's not happening yet. You know?
Yeah. Some set photos, maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get an image of him in the suit, like an official image, because I always like when they do that. When it's a big role like that, they did that with Ben Affleck. They did the real somber black and white pic. I actually loved that picture. That got me excited because
that got me excited too.
The Batmobile looks so cool as well.
And then Hellboy as well. You got the first image. That was very cool.
So I'd be happy to see what he looks like in the suit. I just like to see the suit almost, just to see what they're going for.
This is going to sound strange, but I'd like to see a picture of Robert Pattinson shirtless first.
I had a feeling you were going to say that. I knew where you were going with that.
I'd like to see what shape he's in.
This has been a big topic as well. Yeah. Anyone I talk to about Robert Pattinson playing Batman, they're like, I hope he gets into shape.
Yeah.
That's everything. Always.
I just want him big, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. You like your men big.
I like him big. I like my Batman big. This is his 80th year. Batman's 80th year.
Yeah, I've been buying a few things on Apple or on iTunes because they're all like discounted.
Yeah, and there was bat signals all up over buildings and everything.
I've seen that, like there's some famous like spots around the world. But here, Jeffrey Wright is going to play Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon as well.
I'm all in for that. Now I think that's a great choice.
So am I.
Jeffrey Wright, in case people don't know, is Felix in James Bond.
He's Bernard in Westworld. Is that his name?
I don't know if that's his name. Bernard. Yeah. And he's in like 3 of the Hunger Games, and he's in Source Code. He's a really cool actor.
He is.
But he's got that strong voice.
He's a great choice for Commissioner Gordon.
And he's also voicing, we said this last week, the Watcher in What If, the Marvel animated series.
An excellent choice. I want to look up something. Can I borrow the iPad for a sec?
Sure.
I'll talk while I do this. But it's funny because people have been noticing this trend with movies recently, and I just want to see if you see it too. So this came out with Ariel and everything, and it's this whole post, and it's half joking post, half not, but it's Hollywood's prejudice against redheads. So look, it keeps casting like black characters as redheads in comics, and like I'm like, okay, you're just being stupid. But in actual fact, so there's the Starfire one there, you see? Yeah. And then there's Steppenwolf as well. Then there was, I don't know who that is, Jamie Foxx as Electro. Electro's a redhead. Wally West in The Flash, not a redhead anymore. Who else is there?
There's a collection there.
Jimmy Olsen in the superhero TV series was recast as well.
West, Iris
West, yeah, she was a redhead. Batgirl in the Lego movie. Barbara Gordon is a traditional redhead, was Rosario Dawson, so not redhead. Now Jeffrey Wright is Commissioner Gordon, so Barbara Gordon again will not be a redhead. Mary Jane Watson in Far From Home is now not a redhead.
And kind of a darkish, I don't know, she's kind of like a mixed race.
Yeah. So who else?
Wow, this is a serious thing.
It's a serious thing. In the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, what's her name? What's her name?
April
O'Neil, no longer a redhead. I'm
gonna boycott all these movies now to support my redhead fan base.
I don't know who these other people are.
That's nice.
That's funny.
Yeah,
but it's it's funny.
Yeah.
I don't. This isn't something I'm taking seriously.
I'm glad you brought this to my attention.
But it's just
glad.
It's a funny trend that you notice, right?
I'll be up all night now going,
Yeah. It's just this funny trend. So when I thought about the Jeffrey Wright thing, I was like, oh wait,
another one,
another time,
another redhead bites the dust.
It's just, but like, not that they're even going to do Batgirl, but you know what I mean. It's just this weird, funny thing that I was thinking about.
I like the sound of Batman going back to his detective roots.
Yes.
So it's going to be him like figuring out the mystery and all that. Which makes sense with the Riddler.
Riddler is a good choice for that. I'm a big fan. Scott Snyder did a run recently, and it was 0 year. But it was mainly a Riddler story. It's so good. The Riddler is great in it. He's really like intelligent and superior. Yeah. And Batman's on the back foot the whole time, and it's just really, really good. And it's never a case of Batman is less smart than the Riddler. It's that the Riddler is prepared for everything Batman's trying to do, and he's just one-upping him every time.
One step ahead, like.
Yeah, so they do a really good job of that. But there is another version of the Riddler that I quite like. I'll give that back to you now after my brief little...
I feel uneasy when you have it.
That you should. I've basically put you on a watch list now looking at that.
Exactly.
People think you hate black people and redheads now at the same time.
No, I like redheads. Oh, no, actually, yeah, I understand what you're saying, yeah. I'm partial to redheads.
I'm partial to redheads too. Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I always had a crush on Barbara Gordon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, as well from the animated
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil as well.
She was my jam.
Kim Possible. All that you might have been a bit old for Kim. Yeah, you're old for Kim Possible, but again, redheads through and through. But
actually, here talking about comic books and Batman.
Yeah.
John Carpenter, the famous director who did the original Halloween, he did The Thing.
Yeah.
He's doing his own Joker series.
Yeah, The Year of the Villain. He's writing. Yeah. Is it 6 issues or is it just 1 issue? Or?
I couldn't see a definitive number.
Well, The Year of the Villain is normally just a 1 or 2 issue thing.
Right. Well, it comes out later this month.
Okay.
Well, October. It comes out in October. And he's writing his own Joker series, and it sounds cool. Because I didn't know where the state of Batman is at the moment, but Bane is running things. Gotham is like an asylum. The whole city's like an asylum. Everyone's running loose.
The run on Batman at the moment is really controversial.
But I love the idea that the Joker's just looking at all this chaos, and he fits in too well. So the whole thing is that he becomes almost like a vigilante because he needs to act out. Yeah. He needs to be different.
He needs to be against.
He needs to create his own chaos.
He needs to be against the trend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's an
against
excellent,
the tide. Yeah, exactly.
It's an excellent idea for the Joker.
Yeah,
but I wanted to go back because I was saying something about the Riddler thing. There's another version of Riddler, and it's from the Earth 1 Batman. And it's really cool. Earth 1 is a great series. But in that Batman, in the second comic, the Riddler is terrorizing these people. And he's trapping them in death traps and he's killing them, right? But what it turns out, you find out, is that he's giving them riddles, but the riddles don't matter. He's actually using the riddles.
No way.
He's actually using the riddles as a cover-up, as a way of...
That's amazing.
As a way of killing people. So they have this whole thing where it's these elaborate death traps, and he's murdering these people, and he's killing them. And
so are the riddles now for the people or for Batman?
The riddles are for the people in the death traps, and he's like, if you solve it, you get out, or whatever.
But you just don't work anyway.
But someone solves the second one, and he kills them all anyway. And then Batman at the end realizes, he's like, I could answer every single riddle you give me, but it doesn't matter because you're going to kill us anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was a really interesting twist on it, you know?
Yeah, big time.
Because that would be a cool angle to go, but at the same time, I don't know if they do that because, well, they might actually. It'd be an interesting take on it, and it'd be a nice reveal at the end that like solving the riddles doesn't actually matter.
Never mattered in the first place.
It never mattered in the first place.
Have you read The Long Halloween?
Yes.
Because there's rumors that it's going to take a lot from that.
Okay, The Long Halloween is...
Even Kevin Smith himself has said that he's heard that the rumor is, like, he's heard down the grapevine, or through the grapevine, that they're looking to take a lot from The Long Halloween.
That's an excellent choice. But that's the fall of Harvey Dent again.
Right. Yeah. Interesting. Maybe just elements are taken from that.
Yeah.
But here, we should move on because we've got so much news.
We do.
Jurassic World.
Yes.
The old team is back.
Yeah, baby.
Sam Neill.
Laura Dern. Jeff the
Goldblum.
Jeff the Goldblum in key roles this time, not just appearing in the court to talk about dinosaurs and other dinosaurs and life and how always it will go on. Yes. Yeah.
Away.
Yeah, so they're going to be in key roles this time.
Yeah, so if anyone was a bit unhappy with the second movie, where I thought Jeff Goldblum was going to be kicking the shit out of some dinosaurs.
Nope.
And he's like, no, he's in a courtroom and then he's gone.
Yeah.
This is not going to be like that.
Also, if you're too young to remember the original Jurassic Park, I'll just put this in terms that you'll understand. Sam Neill is the Northern Irish cop from Peaky Blinders. Laura Dern is that character you didn't like in Last Jedi who did the cool hyperspace thing. Admiral Holdo. And Jeff Goldblum is the Grand Master.
The Grand Master.
Sorry, if you're too young to know who those people are, I've just put those in perspective.
Just made it relevant there.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice.
But this is exciting.
That's fun. I haven't loved any of the last two movies.
It got worse for me as well. The second one is so much worse.
But those two characters
are terrible. most of it takes place in a mansion for some unexplained reason.
I know, it's strange. I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Because I came out unhappy, but...
I fell asleep watching that movie
in
the cinema.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was Godzilla for me.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny when there's all this big, bombastic action and you're like...
Yeah, you just want to sleep.
This is weird, you know? Without the story, sometimes that can just be... nonsense.
And the little girl at the end really pissed me the fuck off. So annoying. When you find out she's a clone, they've solved cloning in this universe. And not only that, she's like, I set them free because they're like me. I'm like, you just set dinosaurs loose because they're clones? Who gives a shit?
I love that the T-Rex just eats her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, there you go, you just learned your lesson.
You just learned your lesson. And all the other people in it just look at her and they go, that was your decision. It's like, what is wrong with all of you?
What's the guy? Is it something like Rafe Spall?
Oh, right, yeah.
Is that his name?
Something Spalding.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about? He's kind of like a bad guy in it.
Yeah, yeah.
He is like the worst bad guy as well. He's like, oh, well, I'm just a bad guy because I like to see people suffer.
I like to see people suffer.
It made no more money. It made no sense. It was like, I like money. And I want to see people.
And I like that actor as well.
I know, me too. Yeah. He's really good in Life of Pi.
Life of Pi, he's really good.
He's
really
the guy
good
interviewing.
He's good in The Big Short. He's in The Big Short. He's good in a lot of stuff.
He is. He's good in a lot. Oh, he's great in A White Christmas.
Yeah.
What's the series? Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, yeah.
That's one of the best episodes, actually.
It's one of my favorites, yeah.
That's a great episode.
I love that episode.
Actually, that's probably the best role I've seen him in.
Yeah.
Where he really gets to like show off his acting chops.
Oh, yeah. That episode fucks me up in like...
When you can get blocked in life.
Man,
how uncomfortable are you when you hear the muffled, distorted voice? You can't understand it. That's horrible. So when he's running up and he's like, I'm sorry, please don't block me. And all she's seen is like this black figure, this big shadow, and she's like,
it's so terrible.
Imagine someone that did that to you.
But then it's the whole fucking little girl thing, and man,
it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
Gets to me every time.
If I had that and I had kids, I'd be like, oh, do you know what?
Yeah.
Fucking block. You're pissing me off. Block.
Jesus.
I'd be a terrible parent.
It's so bad. But yeah, he's great in that, and he's great in Hot Fuzz as well. He's one of the Andes.
He's such a dick in it.
Yeah, he's one of the Andes.
Yeah.
Sergeant Angle, Ornan Angle. I love that. But yeah.
Sorry, do you have something?
No, I was just going to say Jurassic World 3. That makes me slightly more excited for a franchise that, in my opinion, is going downhill.
Yeah. But financially
going up. Yeah.
Going up and up.
My younger brother still loves it, so that's got to be a good sign.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Will Smith.
Yes, is going to play a villain.
A bad guy. A real life bad guy.
What?
Nicky Barnes. Notorious New York City crime boss.
What's it called? The Council?
The Council, a Netflix movie. Mm-hmm. This is a big deal because Big Willie doesn't like to play bad guys.
He's not a bad person.
No.
In real life or in fake lives.
Yeah, he does not like to play a bad person even in fiction.
No. Even in a movie called Focus, where he plays a con man.
Yeah, he's like the best con man ever,
and he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
Who gets to bang Margot Robbie.
A con man with a big heart and a big boner, as you said, because he gets to
bang Margot
Robbie. And then straight after that, he goes to the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
With Margot Robbie.
Question
if I was
mark.
the wife, I'd be a bit like...
Well, they have an open marriage.
I'd be a bit like threesome. I want a taste of that.
Oh yeah, defo.
No, I was going to say I'd be jealous, but if I could get in on it.
No, yeah, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith are like one of those Hollywood couples that have an open marriage, apparently. Same with Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Goldie Hawn, he can keep her.
She would have in her day.
Yeah.
She would have got it.
Would she have?
She would have got it.
You would have gave it.
I would have given it. I would have given it to her.
Yeah, you would have given it to her.
I would have given it. I would have given her to her, but not now.
But this is a big deal for Will Smith.
Yeah, to play a bad guy.
Like even Django in Django Unchained, he didn't even like the way they used the N-word too many times. That was like, I know there was other reasons as well. He wanted to be the main hero of the film.
He wanted to be the guy who killed
the script, Candy.
Yeah.
But he didn't even like how he used the N-word a lot. Now, he has used that in loads of films, but it's just as a constant use of it. Like, so even that, he thought tarnished his brand.
You showed me the Bad Boys 2 clip, and when he's at the door, it's all he says.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And he's drinking, he's got a gun, you know, like you don't want to tarnish your brand.
That's very strange. But I suppose that was old Will. This is like this is new Will Smith.
Yeah, but now he looks like he wants to push the boundaries slightly.
Well, other avenues of getting his Oscar aren't working, so he's going to try play a bad guy.
Oh, I also read that American Gangster, that movie with Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Cuba Gooding Jr. plays the same person.
Oh.
And he's his biggest opposition.
Really?
Yeah, for drug trafficking. So Cuba Gooding Jr. is Denzel Washington's biggest competitor in American Gangster.
Yeah.
So I guess he plays Nicky Barnes, Cuba Gooding Jr. So that's just cool. To give it some sort of relevance, you know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I'm totally in to see Will Smith.
Yeah.
Play a bad guy though.
Yeah. It'll be. I'm interested to see how he does it.
He better kill someone on screen.
Yes. He better do some terrible things.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this and be like, why the fuck is Will Smith this likable bad guy?
Yeah, he's an anti-hero straight away.
Yeah, immediately.
Which we could get that.
We could get that. Even as Deadshot, he should have been more of an asshole, but he wasn't.
I know.
Because he's Will Smith.
Yeah,
you know?
It's all just about his daughter.
Yeah.
The whole relationship.
Yeah. Will Smith changing roles to suit his brand is annoying. Yeah, you know?
Hey, at least he's not playing a genie.
At least he's not playing a genie, exactly. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or do you want to do the next?
You know what? I wanted to just do Warner Brothers talking about Joker.
Yes.
Just because it's pathetic that they have to do this day and age.
They've had to defend Joker, saying that it doesn't glorify a maniac. It doesn't. The violence in it is not. I don't know. It doesn't want to encourage violence or something.
Yes, they say like he's not. Joker's not depicted as a hero.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't encourage real world violence, is how they put it, real world violence. Yeah. Which is just fucking mental. All the bad movie, like, I mean all the bad acts in a movie, and like you have to defend it.
It's so stupid. Well, Joaquin Phoenix has spoke about the violence in it, and he was like, in a Marvel movie, you can see loads of people get killed or whatever. Or in most movies, you pull back and you see it. And he's like, all the violence in this is visceral, and you see it, and you're in there with it. So, in my head, when they say stuff like that, I'm like, well, that's anti-violence then, is the whole point of it. But
sure, we're just talking about that Will Smith movie. Yeah. Like, he's a bad guy, but he'll be the lead character. Yeah. Just like Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Yeah. Same way as we were saying American Gangster.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington's a bad guy.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and he is clearly a bad guy,
terrible person.
Just like a tad of redemption at the end, you know.
The only reason you like him is because you followed him on this journey.
You've seen his turn.
Yeah, so it's stupid that they've had to come out and defend it. But
I know. And you see, Joaquin Phoenix walked out in an interview.
Yes,
where an interviewer was asking about how this was going to promote violence and people are going to.
You know, he came back.
Did he?
So he walked out of the interview and then...
Oh, he spoke to his publicist, didn't he?
He walked out of the interview and he spoke to his publicist, and then the publicist spoke to the interviewer, and he was like, look, he just wasn't expecting that question. You know, you can't spring a question like that on him. And then he came back in and he finished the interview, and he was like, that was when he gave the thing. He's like, look, I wasn't expecting this question, but here is the answer that I'm going to give you. Like... If you read the transcript of the interview, they ask that question. He goes, "What? No, sorry, I gotta go." And he like walks out immediately.
Yeah, he's actually probably the smartest thing to do, because he's probably afraid that he's gonna ruin the movie. Well, you know, just bring the movie down a peg or two by saying like that's such a sensitive question. Yeah, that's like someone saying, "Well, how do you feel about the Me Too movement?" And you're like, "Well, I just want to promote." Bright too.
It's funny.
This is a heavy question, you know.
It's so funny though. Well, not funny, but typical. Where you know, he walks out of the interview, and that's the headline. You know, Joaquin Phoenix walks out of Joker,
which is
interview.
all I've seen.
Yeah, but like you.
So they got me.
Yeah, if you read about it, it's like he came back in and he finished the interview, and he was like, "Look, it's you surprised me with the question, whatever."
Yeah.
That's the thing with that press junket. When Robert Downey Jr. walked out of that interview, he's like. You know,
when he's talking about his father.
Yeah, the guy's like talking about his father and drug use. He's like, dude, I'm trying to promote a Marvel movie here.
I know.
It's so.
But that's that fucking scumbag of a journalist.
Yes, that guy.
Is it like Michael Bashir or something?
I don't know. Yeah, he's
the guy that did the hack job on Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he's always trying to fucking find some angle on celebrities and ask these hard hitting questions. You know.
And I'm not even saying I'm on Michael Jackson's side, because we both watched that Finding Neverland. Yeah, no, it's not Finding Neverland.
Leaving Neverland.
Yeah. Finding Neverland is a Johnny Depp movie.
Finding Neverland was the problem. They found Neverland, and Neverland found them.
Yeah, but that Michael Bashir is a hack.
Yeah, there you go. You heard it here first.
Boom. So, is that the news?
That is La News.
La News.
Mm-hmm. So let's move on to one of our new segments. Or is it going to be a weekly thing or kind of a... We're testing it out.
It's going to be a segment that will come and go.
Come and go. Called... Do you want to debut?
I think you got it.
Okay.
Give us some intensity.
Topic Thunder.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Crackle.
Crackle.
So, Topic Thunder is where me and Connor are just going to talk about different topics that are on our minds. Like the movie journalists that we are.
Exactly. Yeah. We're going to make us seem more official. Yeah. And we just want to test out new stuff. So 1 week Ian will do something and then I'll take the next one, and then maybe we'll have recurring bits that we do and stuff. So we're just going to feel it out, see how it goes. But this week, Ian has been stuck doing all the work.
I like this one though.
Yeah. And do you have a name for this specific?
Not
Topic
necessarily.
Thunder?
It's like unreleasable movies that need to be released.
Needs to be released. So title pending. Actually, submit your title to us.
Please do.
Yeah, and that way we can have subheadings in Topic Thunder. You know,
Topic Thunder.
Topic Thunder. Unreleasable movies that studio said no to. You know,
Part 1.
Coming soon. All right, so. I'm going to be the idiot here. I know a little bit about all these topics, but you're just going to explain it to me.
I am. Well, it's a discussion as well.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so as you know yourself, when a studio makes a movie, they got to release it. So you go into post-production. Some movies get edited and the executives watch it and go, oh, fuck. We fucked up. So after spending a lot of money... they do the test screenings, actually.
Yes.
That's a big part of it. And it's a big part of what I'm talking about as well.
Yes.
So what they do is they'll edit it, they'll go, that doesn't look great. So they do a test screening. Now, a test screening means you just get a ton of people, different age groups. You kind of have like their own kind of, the age group that they're marketing for.
Yeah.
And people will give their opinions. They'll write them down and say they liked it or disliked it. And then you might even do a little meeting afterwards. Bruno does a very good example of it.
Oh, yeah, when he's testing out his show, Funky's Ice or whatever it is.
Yeah, and all the people sit around and they talk about what they liked and disliked.
Yeah.
Mostly they what they
mostly
disliked. Why is his penis talking?
I love that so much.
So certain movies like just get terrible reviews and test screening reviews and all like that. And then they go back to the drawing board, they'll do reshoots and all like that. And then they'll just get bad test screening reviews again. And then you're just stuck with an unreleasable movie. They just spent 40 million on, and you got to release it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
So the first one I wanted to talk about was Chaos Walking, because it's got so many big players.
So you've told me about this. This is a Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley led project.
Yes. So Tom Holland, Spider-Man,
top of his game, basically.
Daisy Ridley is Rey
in Star Wars.
In Star Wars.
In not the biggest franchise of all time.
Also, Mads Mikkelsen's in it.
Oh.
The bad guy from Doctor Strange, for anyone who doesn't know who Mads Mikkelsen is. Hannibal in the Hannibal TV series.
Yeah. Le Chiffre in Casino Royale.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He beats Bond's balls.
He's the guy that cries the blood.
He's cries blood, yeah.
Yeah. And Nick Jonas is in it as well.
Oh.
Big players.
All
these names mean money.
They do. Also, I love Mads Mikkelsen after the big fight, and James Bond chokes out the guy who's jogging and he gets his shirt covered in blood. When he comes back, Mads Mikkelsen has this great line where he looks, "You've changed your shirt, Mr. Bond."
I know, it's great.
I love it so much.
It's great.
Anyway,
continue. After Daniel Craig had to be resuscitated and shit like that.
He basically no, that was later.
Oh, is that later?
Yeah, he gets poisoned later.
He gets poisoned.
No, it's when he saves Le Chiffre from the machete wielding guys.
Yeah, and it's a brutal fight. Yeah, it's so physical in the stairwell, isn't it?
Yeah, he goes down the stairs and she has to help him kill the guy, and he's trying to choke him out on it. It's great.
It's very good.
I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's probably my favorite James Bond.
I think so too. Yeah.
So anyway, Chaos Walking is by Lionsgate. Doug Liman directed it.
Jesus.
Doug Liman from, let's see, Born Identity, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Edge of Tomorrow, and American Made.
All movies that were 100% released and pretty good.
Edge of Tomorrow and American Made were his last two films. Excellent movies. So this movie was filmed, let me see, it wrapped in November 2017. It has no release date. That's nearly 2 years ago. The test screenings went so badly.
Really?
Terribly. that Lionsgate were like, this is unreleasable. Like, we can't release this.
What is the plot of this film?
Oh, I don't even know. It's about it's mad shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's based on a book.
Okay.
Some famous book.
Right.
The Knife of Letting Go, I think it's called.
Don't know.
No.
Oh, no,
Never heard of it.
No.
But the whole thing is like, it finished filming in November 2017.
Yeah.
So it's been in post-production for nearly 2 years. April 2019, they did intensive reshoots. That's a year and a half later. Imagine even as an actor coming back to a project a year and a half later.
Imagine being an actor who's also incredibly young, like Tom Holland as well, how much you change.
Yeah,
look
in
different.
a year and a half.
Yeah. It's very strange. All the decision making behind this seems strange.
So they did intensive reshoots.
Yeah.
From April, probably did like a month long.
Mm-hmm.
Still has no release date. They looked at the footage and was like, we can't release this.
What?
So it's pending. Like, we don't know what's happening.
I'd love to know what went on. I'd love to see this movie, just how bad it is, you know?
And they spent 100 million on it.
Oh my god.
Every
Already.
player is great. They got Charlie Kaufman to come in and do rewrites. Charlie Kaufman's done like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
How could this movie turn out so bad?
Being John Malkovich adaptation.
Yeah.
He came in to rewrite it. Everything about this movie, it just sounds like money.
Yeah. And
Lionsgate are sitting there going, we can't. How bad is it? After all that, and they're still like,
I need to see this movie.
and it costs over 100 million to make, and they're just at this point where they're like, if we release this, we're going to lose money. So what are we going to do?
I do not know. Sell the property off to someone else, but even that you won't make money because it's clearly a broken property.
And speaking of selling properties, the next one's a good one. It's Holmes and Watson.
Yeah, so
I'm doing 2 movies, by the way.
We're doing 2 movies this time. Holmes and Watson, you probably will have heard of.
Yeah. So Holmes and Watson also has a lot of big players in it.
Yeah.
Holmes and Watson, Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly, Steve Coogan, Ralph Fiennes.
Money. And also, there's loads of other people. Who's
First of all, it's also Sherlock Holmes, which is a known commodity.
Who's Lestrade in it again?
Lestrade.
Lestrade is the police chief.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. He's played brilliantly by I can't remember his name in the Robert Downey Jr. ones. I love that actor in it though.
I don't know.
I'll look it up. You talk about it there. I'll look it up.
But the director is Ethan Coen.
Yeah.
Ethan Coen wrote Men in Black 3, Tropic Thunder, King of the Hill, American Dad.
All classics.
Yeah. This movie was so bad that Sony tried to sell it to Netflix.
Yeah. Fuck.
That's what I love about it.
They tried to sell it to Netflix.
And Netflix went, no thanks,
Netflix said no to something. How bad does it have to be for Netflix to say, nope, don't want it?
You know what? Not this time.
Not this time. No, thank you.
Imagine being Sony as well.
Yeah.
Sony is a person, by the way.
Sony is one person. Eddie Marson is his name.
All right.
He's
Can I see the picture?
Yeah, I'm going to show you the picture now. It's him. You know him.
He's great.
He's brilliant.
So he's in the Guy Ritchie one, is he?
He's in the Guy Ritchie. He plays Lestrade in it.
Him in it.
He's brilliant in it. He's so good, and you'd be surprised how much films he's in.
Oh, he was in the Edgar Wright one, the last.
This is the end.
This is the end. Yeah.
He's also in. He's in Hot Fuzz.
This is the end. It's at ends. At World's
End.
The
World's End. Sorry, the World's End. He's in that. He's great in that, and he's also in. I think he is in Hot Fuzz. He has like a small role in Hot Fuzz or something. Yeah. Anyway.
I only recently watched him in something as well. Anyway.
He's a great actor.
Yeah. So this movie was so bad though. It cost 42 million to make. It made 41.9 million back.
Jesus.
So after marketing and all like that, it just lost so much money. It won 4 Razzies though.
Yeah, 4 Razzies.
There we go, including Worst Picture. It got nominated for 6, so they couldn't win all 6. But
Damn it. Rob Brydon is Inspector Lestrade.
Oh.
Rob Brydon.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Rob Brydon is great.
This should be a really good movie.
It should. Gavin and Stacey, Rob Brydon. Oh my god, he's amazing.
It's got 11% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm not surprised.
It was pushed back 3 times, the release date.
Fucking hell.
Before Sony just said, all right, We got to swallow this dick.
We got to take this dick and put it out. Yeah. It's because that's the problem. They release a trailer and then all the buzz is happening around it where it's like, it's John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell together. The Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, that's it.
And then you're putting them on talk shows where they're promoting it. And, oh, man, it's just really strange. Oh, Billy Zane is in it as well.
Oh, excellent.
Billy Zane plays Billy Zane.
How?
I don't know. Oh, my God.
In a period piece, like how?
I do not know. Billy Zane is I need to find out what movie it is. Billy Zane plays a background model in some movie that I was watching recently. Like he's standing on stage and he's like modeling himself, but but it's Billy Zane, you know?
Not Zoolander.
It's clearly in his early career. No.
Right.
It's like in a very serious movie. I'm gonna find it now. But anyway. Move on. Talk about something. You just continue with the Holmes and Watson stuff while I find it.
Really.
Is that it?
So the studio, we're just forced to release it and it made no money.
Jesus. Man, I remember hearing about that Netflix stuff.
That's what I love.
Yeah, that they just turned it down.
Sony was like, oh my God, we're going to lose so much money. Netflix, please buy this. And they were like, nah, bro.
No, why would we? We're idiots, but we're not that much of an idiot.
Yeah. Well, they had done that a few times already, though. They were buying everything.
Yeah.
But to think that, like... it probably would have done well on Netflix though.
Probably.
The home of Adam Sandler.
Funny enough, it would do well now, I'd say, on Netflix, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to find what the movie is. I don't know if it's... This is so strange. I swear to God it was Billy Zane. I meant to look it up at the time and I didn't, and now I'm regretting it. Fuck. Damn it. I'm just trying to find a Billy Zane movie I've watched recently.
Titanic.
No, I don't like Titanic. I'll say it. Do you like Titanic?
If you made me watch it, I'd probably like it.
I really don't like Titanic. I don't find it that sad either.
Kate Winslet in a nip.
Yeah, I don't find it that sad. I just don't like it.
No, I just don't like that she was too bloated to just give Leo
bloated
a little bit.
That was it. Yeah,
a little bit of room on that wood.
Just a teensy tiny bit. Yeah, I mean there was room for two on that. That's what I always say.
Definitely. Well, it's been proven.
Yeah, it has.
Surely, when you were making the movie, you'd be like, "Well, we got to make this so small that he definitely couldn't get on it."
Yeah.
You know,
we gotta make sure there's no way in hell that he's getting on.
Yeah.
That platform.
Have you ever seen the alternative ending of that movie?
No, what's the alternative ending?
Oh my God, it's crazy. It's terrible. What's the name of the guy who's in the present? It's not Nathan Fillion, no.
In what?
In the present of Titanic.
Oh, no.
He just recently died.
Yes, he did. Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
He I think she throws it in the water and he just starts laughing maniacally.
Oh, yeah,
like
I have seen that.
It's so horrible.
Yeah, Jesus, that's bad. I can't find it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It probably wasn't Billy Zane now that I'm thinking about it, but it looks so much like Billy Zane.
Oh, it's Colin Farrell.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's is that your segment then?
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good.
Thanks.
You're welcome. No, I did actually, because I love hearing about like studios being like in a really bad situation. You know?
I know. It's so horrible as well.
Yeah.
Because can you imagine being locked in the editing bay for like a year and a half?
Yeah.
With a mess that you just can't fix.
Yeah, but can you imagine financing something like that? And you're like, how could this go so wrong? I gave you Will Ferrell. I gave you John C. Reilly.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I gave you Daisy Ridley. I gave you Tom Holland.
And Doug Liman, the director. You're like, oh, we're sorted.
Yeah. No.
Money. Pure money.
Money.
And it's not working. Well, let's get Charlie Kaufman in. One of the best screenwriters in the world.
Still doesn't work. How much money do you need? We've given you 100 million.
Yeah.
We probably need another 100 million.
I know, to fix it.
Oh.
And then the extensive reshoots, and then there's still... Like, so April is when they started reshooting it.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we still can't give you a release date.
The funny thing is, you look at this, and it's like, that is a piece of trash. So is Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is a piece of trash, and that got released. So how bad does this movie have to be that it doesn't get released?
Dark Phoenix was on the same... It was in the same situation, though.
Yeah.
Extensive reshoots.
Yeah.
Pushed back around 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, they had to change that big fight at the end in space to a train fight.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Also, they rewrote Jessica Chastain's character.
Yeah,
so you just don't know what she is. Yeah. Where originally she was like, was she the Skrull or something like that?
She's the queen of the Shi'ar Empire.
Right. That explains it.
Yeah. You're welcome. Yeah. That's from the comics and all fairness. That's a whole other. Dark Phoenix takes place mostly in space in the comics. So there was no way of doing a live action one if they wanted to keep the storyline.
But in post-production, they rewrote Jessica Chastain's character to be like a different character.
Also, I've never seen someone look more disinterested in being in a movie than Jennifer Lawrence in Dark Phoenix. I've watched a supercut of all her scenes.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here. Hey, maybe we should call this X-Women. Anyway, bye.
Yeah. I don't care.
Because it seems to be the women doing all the work here.
Yeah, she's a cardboard cutout.
Yeah. It's so strange.
It's so horrible.
Yeah. And the only reason Mystique is such a big part of that franchise is because of Jennifer Lawrence.
And her fame.
Yeah. It's so weird.
It skyrocketed it was Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you, Hunger Games.
And she's taking a dip now. Like, she's not as famous as she once was.
But you think as well, she's probably taking a break. She did so much in such a little
She's busy
space.
dating the Mother director.
Darren Aronofsky?
Darren Aronofsky and her are dating.
Surely he's like 50.
I think so.
He has to be in his 40s.
He's old. I mean, he's not young. That's what I would say. He's no young whippersnapper like you and me, Ian.
He's 50.
50, there you go.
Jennifer Lawrence is still in her 20s.
She is.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him. But yeah, funny enough, now I would say that Chris Pratt is bigger than Jennifer Lawrence. She's 29.
29?
She's 29,
going out with a 50-year-old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so was Jennifer Lawrence born a boy? People also ask. Jennifer Schrader Lawrence, it's not a bad middle name, was born on August 15th, 1990 in Indian Hills, Kentucky, to Gary, a construction worker, and Karen, a summer camp manager.
Wow.
She played
tell me more.
She played on a boys' team in basketball.
Well,
that was coached by her father.
There we go. So she was a boy.
But she was not born a boy. You idiots. Now,
and with that,
Jennifer Lawrence boyfriend, hang on, just to make sure that I'm right. Shit. Jennifer Lawrence is engaged to boyfriend Cook Maroney.
Oh, come on.
A representative for the actress has confirmed this. What? She was dating Darren Aronofsky.
I don't believe you.
Jennifer Lawrence, hang on, Darren.
You're always making up stories about Darren Aronofsky.
I am.
Stop it.
Are Jennifer Lawrence and Darren Aronofsky still together? Ha! Jennifer Lawrence and director Darren Aronofsky are amicable exes.
Yes.
The couple split in the fall after over a year of dating, but they were all smiles posing together at BAM Gala in New York City on Wednesday. They were dating while Mother was happening.
Okay.
I knew that much. Whew. Thank Christ for that.
And with that...
Wait.
We need to...
Wait.
What?
We can't introduce new stuff and not do what everyone loves. Hunk and Skunk.
Hunk and Skunk?
Hunk and Skunk.
Do you have a Hunk and Skunk?
No. I wrote it down here, though, just a second ago. And I was going to slide the paper over, but I feel like I thought it might throw you off your flow, so I didn't. But we got to do a Hunk and Skunk. So on the count of 3, we both say a hunk this week. And then on the count of 3, we both say a skunk. All right?
Okay.
1, 2, this is for the hunk. So 1, 2, 3. Zach
Paul
Galifianakis.
Rudd.
Okay, Paul Rudd. That was along the same lines. Okay, and for skunk, 1, 2, 3. Sylvester Stallone. Okay, grand. I knew we'd be on the same page about that one.
And every tight t-shirt he wears.
Yeah, so there you go. Hunk goes to Paul Rudd for beating Zach Galifianakis and being funny in his own movie.
Yes.
And skunk goes to Sylvester Stallone for making a bad racist movie. Not bad at being racist movie. A bad movie that also happens to be racist. Just to make that clear.
There we go. That's it. And on that note,
yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to Straight Series Podcast. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Follow us on Instagram. That's where we do most of our
talking
proclivities. Yes, you see, there's clips and stuff.
Hit us up.
Hit us up. Yes, Ian will read it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Annoy me.
Yes, annoy Ian. He loves to be annoyed by fans. We don't
listeners.
Listeners. We don't have fans. We have people who listen. Yeah, thank you very much. We hope you like this new sort of segmented style. We're trying to get it down a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ian, for doing the first Topic Thunder.
Topic
Thunder. I loved it. It was great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so we hope you enjoyed all that, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.